Was ist das denn?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Okay. Sie erpressen andere Patienten? Okay, wir fangen erst damit an.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
So, Milton Hooks. Er ist also im Personenkreis von der Pepper. Und wir haben jetzt ein Gesicht. Milton beutete einige der Patienten des Pembrokes aus. Finde ich nicht so cool, wenn man das macht, weil... jo. Wir beginnen mal mit dem zweifelhaften Ruf.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Ja, was ist eigentlich dein Beruf, Digga?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Oh je, was ist da denn los? Was ist da los? Okay. Da muss ich mal die Kabelverbindungen prüfen, glaube ich. So, wie ist die Lage hier?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Hier uns bei der Pepper. Okay. Hier. Da haben wir also nichts mehr, dann...
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers
Oh my
you?
God,
Not at all,
really?
Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
Bitte nach dem Garten von Gut und Böse. Untersuchung erfolgreich. Okay, das heißt, wir haben ihn komplett. Sind ein Paar. Das ist doch schön. Kein Wunder, dass die dann gemeinsame Dinge machen. Persönliche Fragen?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right.
Der ist sehr
But we
aufbauend, der
support each
Reid.
other. And that's all that matters.
Oh mein Gott.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today, people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow, we may be fighting for food.
Jo, das kann ja alles sein, ne? So. Persönlich? Wir haben alles durch. Handeln?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Was hat er denn so? Ja, ich bin ja nicht so für die, bin ja mehr so der Schwertkämpfer in jedem Spiel. Weiß nicht, ich bin so der Waffenkämpfer. Aber wir brauchen ja eigentlich so ein paar Dinge. Hier, Teil eines gewöhnlichen Griffs. Wie viele hat er? Ach, schade. Ich nehme trotzdem mal alles. Patronen habe ich schon alles. Aluminiumpulver kaufen wir mal. Mehr genug. Oh Gott, wie viel hat er denn? Nehmen mal von allem eins mit. Ich weiß, wozu wir das brauchen können. Verkaufen. Die Axt, weil die brauche ich eh nicht. Ja. Plunder. Können wir verkaufen? Mal schauen. So, und Inhaltsstoffe brauchen wir alle selber. Aber hier, Waffen. Die Waffen haben wir schon verkaufen können. Alles klar, sehr gut. Irgendwas, was wir noch nicht geguckt haben. So, wer ist das? Ist das dieser... Ja, den haben wir ja schon. Okay, dann gehen wir noch mal rein. Unsere Fräulein gebrauchen. Hier ist ein neues Plakat. Wussten Sie nicht in der Öffentlichkeit, aber das hatten wir doch schon mal. Verhindern Sie Ansteckungen, unbedachte Spucken, Schneuzen und Husten, verbreitet die Grippe. Sie verbreitet sich durch Tröpfchen aus der Nase und Rachen. Pusten Sie nicht in der Öffentlichkeit. Haben wir bei der Dingens. Ah, hier werden unsere Händler jetzt angezeigt. Das ist nice. Die bleiben dann da stehen wahrscheinlich. Hier kann ich dann halt mal bauen. Ja, okay. Ich komme langsam dahinter. Es dauert zwar. Man findet sich so zurecht. Bei ihr hier. Mal schauen, ob wir da irgendwie was haben. Wir kommen immer noch nicht zu Dorothy, habe ich das Gefühl.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
Das ist ja die Dame, die denkt, sie wäre auch ein Vampir.
Vibrant blood.
So, haben wir hier was Neues? Nee.
I'll leave you, mistress of the...
Dorothy Crane in the Hand. Nee, das ist aber die Pippa. Guck mal an, mit ihr können wir doch weiterreden.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Und zwar wollen sich nützlicher fühlen.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
Zynismus verlangen einen Preis für Hoffnung. Wer sind sie wirklich? Ich glaube, das ist eine Frage, die mich auch interessiert.
How can you be affected by the misery around you and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reid. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
War hier irgendwas Neues? Ja.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Hier sind wir jetzt fertig mit ihr.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Von ihr haben wir ja jetzt alles. So. Wo ist die Schwester, die wir brauchen? Ach, da ist sie ja.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, Nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Krankheiten. Krankheiten verringern die Blutqualität eines Bürgers. Verwende die richtigen Medikamente, um ihn zu heilen. Sprich mit den Patienten im Zimmer hinter Dorothy, um seinen Gesundheitsstand zu kontrollieren. Okay, ein Verräter im Krankenhaus. Aktualisierung der Mission. Sprich mit Edgar Swansea. Okay. Alles klar. Und wir müssen immer noch nach dieser blöden Bestellung. Hier. Sollen wir mit denen reden?
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Nee, hier ist nix. Hier hoch. Schade.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Bei ihm?
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Krankheiten. Drücke 1, um den Gesundheitszustand des Bürgers zu kontrollieren.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Okay, Medizin geben.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Behandlung gegen Erschöpfung. Ah, das war für ihn. Alles klar. Er erholt sich. Mal schauen. Vielleicht wird es dann doch ein bisschen besser. Ich dachte schon, ich müsste ihn nämlich quasi umbringen, sag ich jetzt
I have
mal.
to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir. There's still more coming. Doctor.
Okay.
How can we be sure we're making a difference? You always knew the words.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid.
Ich möchte gucken, ob du was Neues hast. Nein.
Goodbye, Doc.
Gut. Da war auch nichts Neues, oder?
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Doctor.
Es ist immer so fett, aber
Goodbye for now,
es ist
Mr.
eigentlich
Let you
nichts
down, my boy.
Neues, wirkliches.
Waste your time with me.
We may lack the
Verlockung des Blutes. Bedenke, dass dir das Blut von Bürgern eine große Menge EP gewährt. Suche Bürger deiner Bandstufe oder niedriger und wähle sie mit Bedacht aus. Oh fuck, jetzt geht das schon wieder los. Ich schätze mal, das liegt eher. Das Spiel an für sich, hatte das denn ein Update? Nö. Naja, okay. Hat halt so seine Macken. Vielleicht muss ich da ein bisschen Dateien überprüfen. Mal gucken. Suche Bürger deiner Bandstufe oder niedriger und wähle sie mit Bedacht aus. Ja, ich weiß.
resources, but we have some of
Ich
the
weiß,
most
das Spiel
brilliant
verlangt
minds
von
in
mir
London,
schon, einen
Pembroke.
Bürger zu töten.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
Hat nichts Neues für mich.
Good.
Gut. Wir müssen jetzt mit Dr. Swansea reden und der ist ja oben. Gucken wir mal. Ist ja immer nur ganz kurz. Ja, es muss am Spiel liegen, weil an den Kabeln liegt es jetzt nicht. Und wenn ich ja rausgehe, dann hört es ja auf. Also irgendwas ist da in-game los. Mal schauen. Das kriegen wir hin.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be also... New to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Edgar, oh mein Gott. Das ist nicht unterhaltsam.
Thank you. But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There is nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well.
Hallo, Boswella.
I have a task for you, Jonathan.
Was meinst du mit
Something that will require
999?
all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.